what's up, guys? So, this is another episode of Living Proof. I'm your host, Ian Hilton, and yeah, I know that I haven't put out a Living Proof podcast in a while, just because I was working on Well That Sucked podcast. So I'm trying to balance two things at once. So I'm trying to get that up and running, as well as trying to maintain on this podcast. So today, I want to talk about stress, because stress is a motherfucker. It sucks. It's everyday life for some people. I mean, it's it all boils down to like how you deal with it, and what works for you, like what methods work for you. So yeah. So what is stress? Stress is has multiple emotions that come with stress. Anything that can cause stress. So like worry, anxiety, panic attacks. I'm naming those three because I have those three, and they suck. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot more out there that could be labeled as underneath stress. So yeah, I just want to talk to you guys about like what I've learned, because in no way or shape or form am I an expert or a counselor or have a degree on talking about coping with stress. I am not. I'm just putting that out there like right now. So, like, what can cause stress? There's a lot of things that can cause stress, like your job, your marriage, and like, having kids. I'm telling you right now, if you have all three of those, that is a job in itself. So you have three jobs. So you think about it. You go to work in the morning, or whatever you do. That's a job, of course. You come home. You have to maintain a relationship with your wife. That's another job. So that's two jobs right there. And three, if you have kids, that's three jobs in a row. Okay? Three jobs. And, some people can't handle a lot of pressure and a lot of responsibility. I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying it's they don't realize that, holy shit, dude, I have three jobs. Like, I have to maintain this marriage and make sure this shit works. Make sure that my kids are happy and I'm taking care of my kids and they're happy and I'm being the best dad that I can, or mom, or whatever. So yeah. I got my notes right here. So what I've learned from like managing stress is, so if it gets too overwhelming, because a lot of times when I have stress, it automatically turns into a panic attack, and my vision is blurred. I start shaking, I start sweating, and I can't think rationally, and I can't think, period, because all I'm focused on is, holy shit, I'm gonna die, which I'm really not, but my heart's like, beating through my chest. And, I'm pretty sure I said this in back one of my old episodes of, anxiety. Yeah. Take deep breaths. In and out. Just keep taking deep breaths. There's an app on your phone that you can download, which my counselor did for me, which he's such a fucking sweetheart. Let me find it real quick so I can help you guys out. Oh, please tell me I still have it. Maybe not. No, maybe anything. Here we go. Okay, yes, it is called Virtual Hope Box. Okay, it's an app for iPhone or Android. Okay, so if you're experiencing like high volume stress and high volume anxiety, download this app, because one of the things it does is you can go through millions of not millions, but you can go through a lot of categories that help you calm down. One of the things that I've used through Virtual Hope Box is when I'm having a panic attack, I'll put on, I can't remember what it's called, but what it does when I click on this app, or when I click on the subject, it has this very peaceful, very, very peaceful voice come over, and it distracts you. It talks about going to the beach, and it talks about just laying your head in the sand, relax, don't think about anything else, and just focus on you, focus on what you're feeling, and just distract yourself. So it's a great app. I recommend it. Well, once again, it is Virtual Hope Box. You can find it with the App Store. You can, if you have an Android, you can find it as well. And yeah, man, I honestly, like, when it boils down to handling stress, it can affect a lot of things if you don't have the right tools, you know, and if you don't have the right tools, you could put yourself in a lot of trouble, like with your job, with the marriage, and your kids. You know, so finding or going to see a counselor. That's another thing I wanted to bring up. Going to see a counselor. If you have questions about going to a counselor, or if your pride's so far stuck up your ass that you don't think you need one, but you really do, just go fucking do it. Just do it. Go see a counselor, because they are trained, unlike me, they're trained to help you and to show you ways and tools of how to cope with, like, huge amount of stress or anxiety or whatever, you know? And these are trained people that can give you the right information, and give you different practicing techniques of how to cope with it. I'm telling you right now, dude, I've had years of experience of counseling. I've been through counseling even when I was a little fucking kid. And you know, I take everything to heart. I take everything really seriously, because I know how much it could help me. So that's why I want to give it to you guys, because I know it can help you guys if you're going bananas about stress. So hold on, let me think. I don't want to go off track here. Got 2 pages of notes right here. Yep. Oh, and also another thing too. So I am a Christian. I believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins, and I believe all that, you know, and I believe that having faith and having a close relationship with my God really helps. It really does. I'm not saying it's a technique, but it's a real thing. To me, it's a real thing. It really is. So I pray. I try to pray as much as I possibly can on a daily basis. And we're going to a great church here in Georgia, and you know, our pastors really opened my eyes to different things, about different points of view, and how I should do this and how I should do that, and it's all good. It's nothing negative. But yeah, so my faith, having faith, has helped me realize that I'm missing out on a lot. I'm missing out, and no, I'm not missing out a lot. No, my faith has helped me through hard times. You know, I'll go into, you know, my deployment. You know, when I was super stressed out on deployment, and you know, when I was in a combat zone twice, praying and knowing that God has got me in the palm of His hands, and knowing that He's going to protect me, and I'm praying over my guys, because when I was deployed, I was a team leader, you know, and I was really, like, I was a mother goose to my guys, you know. I wanted to take care of them, you know. I would die for them, and so that brought a lot of stress and anxiety on me. But you know, as soon as I sat down and just kind of prayed, you know, and I knew what I was going to pray about, it was just so relieving, and I could tell you right now, it's just a big fucking weight off my shoulders. I know I don't sound like a Christian just because I curse a lot, but that's who I am. That's who I am. That's how I was not really brought up, but that's how I was, you know, being in the military, it kind of brings your not true self, but dang it, you're trying to be hard, you know, like, so in the Army, you gotta be tough. So I haven't left it yet, and I'm still, you know, me. So, I mean, if you don't like it, that's cool. But, I mean, I am who I am, and I know my purpose, and I know that I'm giving you guys a good message, and yeah, no, God knows my heart. So, anyways, yeah, I went over going to a counselor. Let's see. Okay, so the consequences. It's going to be kind of a short video, just because I didn't have a whole lot of time to write down some notes. And really think about it, because I've been really fucking busy with work and trying to get things squared away. But, you know, so consequences, man. I mean, I'll tell you, you don't want to, like, I almost don't want to tell you just because it's so fucked, you know? So, you know, say that you're super stressed out at work. I'm going to bring up work. And it's clouding your mind, it's clouding your ability to focus, and it's not allowing you to do your job 100%. your quality of work can decrease dramatically. And I'm telling you right now, it can decrease, and your coworkers are going to see it. Your bosses are going to see it. He's going to be constantly, or she is going to be constantly up your ass about it. And if that doesn't strike a red flag with you, then maybe you need to hit rock bottom, like in your work area, But those are the things you need to look for in your work area or in your area of work. So, okay, yep. So this one's a little bit touchier. This one's gonna go deep with your marriage. Let's just say that the person who is making the money, making the bread, is he or she is working, and stress is really building up on them about work and about like deadlines or whatever, and you bring it home. Ooh, no, that's not a good thing. Because your husband or wife will see it, and they will resent you for it. I mean, if they're smart enough, they'll tell you about it, and they'll bring it up to you, it's up to you if you take it as it is, and you believe them, and because it's all up to you. If you say, okay, so if your husband or wife tells you that you are struggling at work and your stress is overcoming you to where it's affecting their marriage, dude, it is up to you for you to figure it out and for you to get help if you really need it, or else, I mean, husband and wife could be like, hey, I'm not getting enough attention at home. I really love you, but your job is overcoming you, and I want you to see where I'm coming from. And if you don't see where the other person's coming from, forget it, man. Like it's no good. But yeah, and with the kids. So this is my last point right here. I'm gonna end with this. So with your kids are your most important thing ever. And you want to make sure that you are doing your 100% ability to raise those kids the right way. Well, not the right way, but raise your kids and love on them and be there for them, because those kids are your life. I don't care what you fucking think or what you want to put in front of them. You better drop that shit and you better take care of your fucking kids, because I am all about our future and with those kids' futures. Because I mean, what's going to happen after us? What's going to happen after we leave? After we're all gone? Because this is the reality. They're going to take over eventually. So how do you want them to be? How do you want them to be focused on life after you're gone? Is what I'm trying to say. So, and plus, your kids are going to look back at you and be like, hey, man, he was such a good mom or dad. He really took care of me. He really was there for me. He didn't let his stress get to him. And if it did, he got help and he just turned around 360. You want that. You really do want that. And because one day, your kids are going to take those morals that you gave to them about what you have learned from your generation, and you're going to bestow that on them, and they're going to appreciate that for you, because they're going to have good work values, and they're going to know that their parents took really good fucking care of them and they loved them. So I don't think I don't have any more, but yeah. So all right. So if you guys have any questions about stress, email me, and I'm going to try my best to answer them. I'm going to try my best to give you the best answer, but I can't give you like 100% guarantee that I'm going to give you the best answer. But if I find a question that I am struggling with, I'm going to ask somebody that I am going to see a counselor for, and I'll bring it up to them, and I'll write down the answer, and I'll give it back to you. So, yeah, guys. So just hey, just like once again, stress is a big fucking deal. Like, you want to make sure that you have it under control. Whether you believe that you don't, or you have it under control, but your family doesn't see it, that might be a little hint, because it's a multiple of emotions that go into stress. And being aware of what you have for emotions, like that can cause stress, is important. Because if you don't know what it is, I mean, you're not going to know how to fix it. You're not going to know, like, hey, well, I am actually kind of dealing with this certain subject, and I don't know how to get help for it because I don't know, you know. So it's important to know what you're going through. All right. So, all right, guys. Well, have a good day. Um, I will be putting out more videos of Well That Sucked and Living Proof podcasts because I'm going to tie them all into one, and I'll have more content coming up pretty soon here. Okay. Y'all be good.